You are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. You are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself.
My name is Mary Ohenewaa Advocacy. I'm a corporate lawyer, a human rights advocate, a feminist activist, an author and a publisher. And I'm here today to talk to you about sexual violence in general, but with particular reference to sexual harassment. Before I even do that, I brought my books, 100 each, okay? And then I also brought 10 boxes of Calipo juice. Yes, given to me freely by Aquafresh Limited, producers of Calipo juice and many other drinks. And I want to encourage all school children all over Ghana and wherever they may find themselves that the only fruit juice that I can recommend to school children is Calipo juice. So let your parents buy Calipo juice for you anytime they come and visit you in school, okay? And I'm hoping that the next badge, the gold badge, I would come again because my daughter too will be coming here, but she's going to be a day student. Yeah, so to go straight to them because I don't have much time. Sexual violence falls under violence in Ghana. We have domestic and sexual violence. Domestic violence is, there are categories of violence. We have the physical violence, verbal, emotional or psychological, and then the sexual violence has to do with rape, defilement, sexual assault, and also sexual harassment and incest, okay? Yes, so defilement is sexual intercourse with any child below the age of 16 years. Okay, be it a boy or a girl, it is below 16 years. So the boys too can be defiled. And we also have sodomy. I forgot to add it to the list of sexual violence. Sodomy is sexual intercourse through the anus. I know you are a bit older, so I can mention the words as they are. So if a male, an adult male call any of you for sex through the anus, you have to report that person. It's a form of violence, it's a form of crime, and in law, the punishment is 25 years maximum for all sexual violence cases. 25 years for all sexual violence cases. But then rape is when you are 16 years and above. It is 16 years and above because you can have the traditional marriage at the age of 16 years. Though the legal age for adults is 18 years, you can still marry the traditional way at age 16. You have to be 16 years before you can engage in any form of sexual contact or sexual whatever. But if you have already done it and you are not 16 years, in law, anybody with information of a crime can report the incident. So just be careful and tell your younger sisters, your siblings and all about the fact that you don't have to engage in any form of sexual intercourse if you are not 16 years. But for the purposes of sexual harassment, okay, sexual harassment is unwanted touches, unwanted comments, unwelcome or inappropriate, sexually suggestive comments or touches or anything. Sex for grades, sex for jobs, sex for anything at all. It is a form of sex discrimination, which is punishable under our laws, okay? The Constitution speaks against any form of discrimination. It's found in Article 17 because it is silent. The effect of rape or defilement is the same as sexual harassment, but the students do not talk about it. Okay, for the girls, when you sit down, you have new uniforms now. I think I like them. But when you sit down, the skirts, I hope it will not be too short. Do not open your legs. You cannot have sex when you are not 16 years. if you even entice a man to have sex with you, it is still punishable under the law. The person who defiled you or slept with you will still go to jail. It doesn't matter whether you even gave your consent. Okay, and it doesn't matter if you lie to the person that you are 18 years when in fact your birth cert says you are 14 years or 15 years. The man will still go to jail. Parents are very, very cautious of these things. They will push the matter for court and the person will be in trouble. So the girls, do not carry books to your teacher's room unless you are a set of 5 or 10. I know Achimota school will not do that. I know they don't. I have been an old student of the JHS and also the preparatory where we wear the brown check. I couldn't get admission here, but that was okay. I went to Kapman school. But then when we were at the JHS level, we came for a talk here. A pilot came to talk to us. And I want you all to also repeat the same thing. Okay? When you grow up, I told myself when I grow up, I also go to schools and talk to school children. And now I am doing it. So do not just see me as a lawyer talking. I want most of you to even be more than myself, be lawyers, you know, and all that. Okay? Doctors and all that. So the bottom line is, sexual harassment is very silent, but the effect, if your teacher fails you because you had said no to your teacher because you are in school, I have to use the teacher example. Yes, and it happens everywhere. The purpose of my discussion is not limited to Achimota school. As I'm here, the video will go everywhere. My media partners, Class Media Group, will show it on TV. Home-based TV will show it, and many other TV stations. So any child watching the news would also get the education, even though I go to schools all the time. So the bottom line is, the age liability is very important to me, and the age responsibility for a crime is 17 years. Once you are 17 years, you are treated as an adult offender. Do not say that you are a school child, so they will treat you as a child or a minor. No. You would go to jail for 25 years if you go and do gala, the boys. Influence, peer pressure. 4 or 5 students will go and rape a girl or defile a girl. Once you are 17 years and above, they will give you, the judges will give you the maximum sentence. And I encourage judges to give the maximum sentences. So please, sexual harassment, for you to even know that the situation is a sexual harassment incident, it should be uncomfortable. The situation should be uncomfortable. Someone touches your breast, it should be uncomfortable to you. Someone touches your butts, okay, your buttocks, it should be uncomfortable. It shouldn't be a normal thing. Don't ignore it. Tell someone about it. Report all such cases to your teachers. Your teachers will also take it to your headmaster or headmistress, okay? In severe instances, the case would even be reported to DOFSU. Okay? DOFSU is the police station. They have a domestic violence unit where such incidents can be reported. Every school should also have a sexual harassment policy or a general harassment policy, so that apart from any sexual touches, if someone is bullying someone, the person should be able to report such cases. Okay? So just like I said, the school should have what policy? Policy, okay? And then you should also report all such cases to who? Okay, and then do not open your legs when you sit in class. Do not entice your teachers because you put your teacher in trouble, okay? And then also, you can also file a complaint with SHRAJ in very severe, sometimes you become so bitter. Your teacher fails you because you didn't allow your teacher to touch you or to finger you or to do any of such things. And you must report such incidents. When you go home and you also experience that, you have to tell your parents about it. Tell your neighbor about it. Tell anybody who can help you. If you are defiled, in my book, I've listed all these things. They're extensive. You would get more information in the books, okay? But if you have questions, the boys, if the girls are touching you, the very beautiful, handsome ones in class, if the girls are doing what, for skinning you or whatever, report it. Understand there's something called grinding. Come and tell me, or you don't know grinding. Who knows grinding? You take a book, drink and all that. Grinding, come and say it, you take a book and your drink. The boys, anybody, every school I go, they engage me, so I know the terms. Yes, come. Yes. Come and stand there and talking to them. Yes.
Grinding is when they get unusually close to a female.
Yes.
From their back.
Okay. Let me have a queue of 5 people who want to ask questions. I just need 5 people. Yes.
Okay, you said that when somebody rapes you or defiles you, and then the person is more than 17 or 17 and above, the person will go to prison. But what if the person is less than 17? Will the person be left alone?
No, we have punishment for minors. The Buster homes are there. The juvenile, they have a way of dealing with juveniles. Okay, you'll be treated as a juvenile offender. Go and take a copy of a book and you are the only last batch I'm giving books and drink. The rest, the school decide. Okay, if you are 17 years and you defile someone and you are not lucky and you are given the maximum sentence of 25 years, you leave jail when you are how old now? How old will the person be? 42. 20 years and 25 years. Or they have a way of calculating. I know they have a way of calculating the jail, the years in prison. But then your whole life would have wasted. All these things are real. Everything I'm talking about is real. It's not fake. So I want students of Achimota Senior High School to prevent themselves from these things. Everything I'm talking about are not examinable. Nobody's going to ask you to write exams on it. But they are for life. And I believe they are not also in your curriculum. So you need to know so that you don't waste your years or your life. Most of you have single mothers. Don't disappoint your mother. Don't disappoint your father. Don't disappoint your parents. Learn and be responsible adults. Good future leaders, okay?
Auntie, I have a friend and she was 9 years when the case happened. Every time she comes from school, a friend of hers, the father always used to have sex with her at the cemetery. Auntie, it got to a time that they always, when the man has been giving the girl money, like the highest amount of money she would give to the girl would be like 50 pesos. And she always do that to the girl. Later on, the girl couldn't walk and one day she fainted. And she couldn't walk. So her mom forced her and she sold everything to her mom. It was just recently that she was able to work and do her normal job because it took like more than 6 months before she. When the case was sent to the police station, they were like the girl's parents should have come for her from school and then they shouldn't have left the girl alone. Meanwhile, the girl is just a 9-year girl.
Do you know what is happening? That is why I have embarked on this advocacy in schools. The parents don't even know what to do. But it's easier when I teach school children so that you also tell your parents about it. Okay?
Auntie, I want to ask, after this, can those who help the girl again?
Criminal cases never die. They never expire. So my number is in the book. If you need further help, let the people call me, okay?
So the girl can still receive justice?
Yes, criminal cases will never dies. Okay. Go for your drink and you.
Please. Mostly young girls below the ages of 14 willingly give themselves to teachers because they can't pay their school fees. And when they're caught in the act, yes, and when they're caught in the act, the girl doesn't receive any punishment. It's always the man. I don't understand why. Why, even though she is the cause, not him.
Yes, ignorance of the law is no excuse. You understand?
But madam, if he knew the law too.
The man, yes, so it's no excuse. That is why somebody must tell somebody what the law says. Unfortunately, when a child is defiled, the child goes through trauma. Okay? The child will need medical help. The child will need so many things, even psychological help. And even compensation. But unfortunately, in my book, I've listed it. Section 8.3 of the Domestic Violence Act says that when you go through any form of violence, the state should be able to take care of you. But that law has never been implemented. Just like the free SHS, the law is being implemented. You come to school for free. So if the system puts some money down that any person who is defiled or abused, this money should go to this hospital. So the unfortunate thing is that the law doesn't focus on the preventive crime. So just like I'm here, when you know that you don't have to do this, like the boys, the person was lucky they didn't, or you said the person was jailed. No. Nothing. So the issue is, unfortunately, sometimes the person will not even be jailed. You will just be a victim and nobody can help you. You don't receive compensation from anywhere. So you need to protect yourself.
What if the person who defiled you is below the ages of 16 and it's a guy, would the person have a jail term?
If the person who defiled the girl is below 16 years, the person will still be treated as a juvenile offender and there will be corrections for the person. Okay.
So no jail term.
I don't know much about juveniles. They don't. Unfortunately, some juveniles are taken to prison, remand, and that is not good. Okay. There should be a way to punish juveniles so you can take your drink and go.
Madam, please, my question is, if a young girl is fondled by a man or maybe a boy, and later, because the girl is too shy to report to the police, and the guy tells her that she should just forget about it, it's something small, what about that one too?
You mean the touches, fondling? And this, if you know what, there's no way anybody can help you unless you talk about it. Okay, that is why I'm encouraging you, school children, to report all cases of abuse. Once it makes you uncomfortable and you did not agree or consent to the act, it is sexual harassment. Okay, if the person had sex with you and you are below 60 years, it is defilement. If the person forced you to have sex, it is rape. If the person slept with you through your anus, it is sodomy. All the jail terms are in the book and they are also at the back of the book. Okay.
My second question is, apart from these storybooks you've published on domestic violence, are there any other storybooks concerning other topics you've published?
No, the cycle of abuse. Please. Because violence, it keeps on and on. The man will say, we want to beat the children with belts. Because the man will say that when I was a child, my father used to beat me with belts. No. We want to stop the cycle of abuse and stop the generational cycle of abuse. That is why I have the second book, Cycle of Abuse. You would identify that this is a cycle. It happened to your mother is also doing it to you, you also do it to no. It has to stop somewhere because it is a form of violence. And in law, it is punishable. A lot of parents have been caught in that act. So when you go home or when your parents visit you, tell them about these things. Don't keep it to yourself. When you go home, you go to church, tell your friends at home and at church that this is what you've been taught. These things are not in your school curriculum. So learn it from here and pass the knowledge.
Auntie, please, I want to ask if a third party can report any case of sexual harassment like your friend, but both of you...
No, once you tell someone about it, anybody with information of a crime can report it. And don't keep it to yourself. Don't feel shy. You have to speak out and stop the abuse. Okay?
Without the victim's consent, like the victim doesn't want to tell anybody, but can you...
It also depends on your age. There's no way that you can keep a crime to yourself, a criminal act to yourself, because you belong to a family. Your parents would want the best for you. Even if it's your own father who has been touching you or fingering you, you must report it to your neighbor. Come and tell your teachers about it. Take your book and go.
Please, I wanted to ask whether you said that the government has not yet So what, like a little thing you do for them so that they can see the psychologist or anything?
I like your question. You said the government has not implemented the law, so what can I do? Or what I'm doing is preventive crime. Once it is preventive, if I tell you not to pour acid on anyone, you won't do it. The person too will be saved because there's no budget for the state to take care of that person. Okay, so I want you to stop it, prevent it. That's the only thing I can do, preventive crime. And if you also know that if you're going to defile someone and you go to jail for 25 years, you won't do it. I believe that the ignorance is too much and someone, just like Anas is doing, I am also doing this to solve societal's problem, okay? somebody must step out and fix a problem. You can't leave everything to government. But I'm still talking about it. Government should fix a budget for those who are already damaged through abuse. It's very sad if somebody pours acid on you. It just destroys your life. If a child is defiled, a child spends about 1,000 Ghana cedis on treatment alone. In severe cases, it's life-threatening. So take your drink and go. So I'm almost done. Yes.
Madam, please, what do you say about the effect when the victims report the case to the police and they are announced and everyone gets to know? They'll be stigmatized and they'll be ashamed that they have done that. Madam, what do you say about that? Because
I like your question on stigmatization. Recently, I followed a case from a school. I went to a school like here, and then I was approached by the headmaster, the headmistress, that a child has just been defiled. I followed the matter to court. The child was given 7 years. When you are defiled, and even the news, even the media houses broadcasting, they don't give the name and identity of the child. Okay? Even in the courtroom, you go to the judge's office for the case. You are not exposed, okay? And when you go to court, you are kept somewhere until it's your case, then they bring you in, so nobody would get to know. Unless the area, the locality, or if the person who defrauded you is in the same house, and when the police came to arrest the person, people saw it. That is why they try to relocate. The lady or the child I'm talking, the family relocated to a faraway place because of the stigma. But it is still better when you put that person behind bars to stop that person from sleeping with other innocent girls. So you may sacrifice yourself and speak about it. Take your drink and go. Those of you who have access to internet, okay, the first story about me has to do with a petition I sent to the Chief Justice. Even that time, I was still a student, I had not passed. The Chief Justice, the President, Achimota at that time, about sexual harassment at law school. I knew the consequences, but I still did that. So that students can pass and pass well. Teachers will not demand sex before they pass students. Those who have passed so well should be able to go and pursue their graduate from their school. Teachers should not fail students because they had said no to sex. I don't have a problem if the teacher and the student, but at your level, the age liability and all that will be taken into consideration. If you are 16, below 16, if you agree, your teacher will be in trouble. If you are about 16 years, you agree, the teacher should sleep with you and pass. That one, the law doesn't, have anything to say about it. It is satisfactory sexual intercourse. But once you have passed the hard way, the boys, listen. Once you have passed the hard way, no teacher should fail you. Otherwise, you take the appropriate step. Stop the injustice. Stop the unwanted sexual satisfaction. You must pass and pass well, especially when you have learned the hard way. I started law when my daughter was only 3 months old. She'll be coming here in November. I won't mention her name. Okay? So you must be a hard-working young girl. For the girls, I can't go without saying, be hard-working for yourself so that society will need you to fix a problem. Okay? And for the boys too, I want to see more doctors coming.
I want to ask that, is there any psychologists who psych children who get into that situation?
When you go through abuse, the hospitals, Achimota Hospital, there's a psychologist there. Lekma, they are so kolebu. You need to have a psychologist. Tell your parents, if you've gone through any form of abuse, you need to see a doctor. They will refer you to a psychologist. So take it and go.
I wanted to ask what homicide is and what is the punishment attached to homicide?
It is murder. Okay. The punishment for murder is death sentence. Once you die, once you kill someone, you also be killed. But it has to receive presidential consent or something. President must sign for you to be killed by hanging or something. So what happens is that you stay in jail till you die. Condemned, yes, you are treated as a condemned.
If a child below 16 years commits homicide, then what does that child punish?
Once you are a juvenile offender, the laws, the punishments are different. Yes. But in rare cases, they are treated, we have to look at all the circumstances. Because manslaughter too is where the person has a defense in law, okay? When you was a mistake, was an accident, whatever it is, the case would be dealt with as a whole. So take your drink and go.
Yes. When you are about to be raped, and you take a stone to hit the person who is about to rape you.
When you read my book, if you are about to be raped or defiled, it's there. If someone defiles or rapes you, it's there, what you have to do. If you're about to be raped, scream, shout. Recently, a girl who had just finished selling pure water was defiled. She was pushed into the bush and defiled. She kept it to herself until she was 6 months pregnant, when her parents noticed that there were changes in her body. So I want you to report it. Mention this, say this after me. Report all cases of abuse. Domestic and sexual violence is against the law. Domestic and sexual violence has no place in our society. And your right is your right. So you must seek justice. You must speak out against all forms of abuse. Do not follow strangers, because a stranger can kidnap you. Do not go to your male teacher's house. And when we sit in class, and when I sit in class, we will not open our legs to entice our teachers.
Can you hear me? Yeah, good morning to everybody. See, my purpose to come here not to do something commercial about the product and all, you understand. I just came to support the madam, you understand, because she is doing a very nice job. I mean, she is educating to the children what is happening to the society and all. So you must listen to her very carefully. I'm not going to take your enough time. I just came to support her. And what she is doing, I really appreciate, and I hope you feel definitely you can listen to her and you can follow the instructions. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
I am done with my talk at Achimota Senior High School on the topic domestic and sexual violence, but with particular reference to sexual harassment. And I'm very happy. I'm hoping to come here again during the gold badge, okay? Did you enjoy the talk? Do you want me to come here again? So thank you so much. I'm grateful to all those who styled me, V's Beauty Parlor, and then Hajia Taifa for my costume at Accra FM, Class TV, CTV, Class FM, and then Ho FM, Kumasi Radio, and then Home Base TV. I thank Calipo Juice Aqua Fresh Company Limited for their support for free drinks, and I'm encouraging all school children. This is the only drink you have to buy. Let your parent buy Calipo Juice for you. So thank you all, the first year students, and I'm hoping that you'll be good future leaders. Okay? I'm hoping that you stay away from crime. Okay? And you take care of yourself. Do not follow strangers. Thank you so much, and I thank the school authorities for giving me this platform, for imparting knowledge to the little ones. Thank you so much, Achimota Senior High. Thank you all. So on behalf of the Calipo Company and all my media partners, Class Media Group, Home Base TV, I present the Calipo Juice and then 100 copies each of my domestic and sexual violence book, and then Cycle of Abuse. We also have 10 boxes of Calipo Juice to be given to the school for free, and I encourage all school children all over the country to buy Calipo Juice. That's the best juice for all school children. Thank you very much. So I give this to the Achimota School. Okay.
You are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. You are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. Ooh. Oh yeah. You've got times and seasons in your hands. You called for light out of darkness. You don't need